Devstream 196 recap in 3 minutes or less. As usual, we'll do a quick overview today and get into more details over the next few days. The Mesa Heirloom will be launching July 11th, yes, it's releasing during TennoCon. Jade Chalice Constellations will be launching June the 17th, and is massively packed. Firstly, our next Prime Access featuring Styanax Prime, the Aphentis Prime, and the Aphrodite Prime will be coming with the patch. This will also be the patch with our 2 new Warframes, Sirius and Orion, and they're going to be completely wild. Firstly, it's 2 Warframes at once, each with their own abilities and mod loadouts that you'll be able to swap between during your missions by tap and hold casting their first 3 abilities, and when you're using one, the other seems to be operating exactly like a Spectre, casting abilities and whatnot. Their passive will give you ability efficiency when you're swapping between Sirius and Orion for your next 2 casts. Sirius's first will throw out his scythe with a long range, dealing heat damage to enemies, grabbing resources and then returning to him. His second will make it so that any enemy hit by you or Orion takes heat damage. His third will put up a healing AoE zone that will give you damage resistance, and it will resurrect an ally once a minute. And we'll get to the fourth in a second. Orion's first ability will throw out his scythe but has a lower range, deals slash damage, and removes enemies' armor. His second will give him and Sirius essentially an auto-cast on-hit Saren's Molt that seems to do an AoE explosion, and his 3 summons a black hole that will suck enemies in, float around, and kills with his 3 will increase its damage and duration, and using either Sirius or Orion's first ability on it, will be able to move the black hole around. Now during all of this, your casting between the 2 forms will fill this constellation gauge, which will turn into a rhythm game when you cast their 4th ability. Depending on which of the 2 frames abilities you used, that's the button you'll need to press, and each clash between them will deal AoE damage, and more correctly used clashes will increase the AoE's damage and crit chance. There's a lot more going on here, but that'll be another day. They are completely wild. They're also each coming with a scythe, Pride and Wrath, which are for each of the frames. Pride favors Sirius and Wrath favors Orion, but we didn't see the weapons in action. You'll be able to get them and their weapons blueprints from the new Railjack stuff, which sounds amazing. You'll be working with our 2 new proto-frames to fight the other through a series of objectives, leading to a boss fight against the other proto-frame, and each of their ships will have different types of challenges that you're going to face off against. Also, we're getting Steel Path Railjack, which is a high chance of being in this patch, but they did warn us it might get pushed back. We also saw 2 of our 5 new Incarnans, the Vectis and the Stug. The Vectis Incarnan will create a damage over time orb on an enemy hit, and when you land a headshot, it will do a big AoE explosion. The Stug is basically the Kuvazar or the Brahma, which will fire a blob that spits out smaller blobs. The 2 augments that we got a sneak peek at are for Dante and Temple. Temples will give Overguard when you time the backbeat casting for their metronome, and Dante will make Noctua's alt-fire summon birds at its cast target that will give you and your squad energy back. The 2 of the 4 incoming arcanes that we saw were Arcane Sculptor, which will set your ability efficiency to 175% when you use an ability that puts something on the ground like Noko's Bright Bonnet, and Primary Compression that will reduce a weapon's AoE on aiming, but give it much more damage for each meter of AoE it loses. There's also a bunch of quality of life stuff, the Nidus touch-up, and so much more, but that's all the time we've got for today, so make sure you're sub for more tips and swing by my stream if you need any help.